At the edge of a drying river, a 4-ton animal is doing the most dangerous thing it does all day. It is standing out in the open, completely still, just to drink. This animal is slow. Its head is barely bigger than a horse's, and right now, the forest behind it is moving. Something is coming closer. Let's stop right here on this exact moment. 4 sharp spikes pressed against the hunter's side. And to understand how a slow, gentle plant eater can do this to a fierce predator, we are going to leave this frozen moment and rewind time. After that, we will come back here to see how this battle ends. To understand that tale, we have to go back 150 million years to a world very different from ours. Back then, one giant continent was slowly breaking apart into pieces. There was no ice at the North Pole or the South Pole, and the weather followed one heavy cycle over and over again. Many months of rain, then many months of drought. Our story takes place here, in the middle of the continent, on a flat lowland as large as a small country. Rivers split and weave across it, and open forests grow in between. In the rainy season, there is food and water everywhere. But in the dry season, this place becomes a harsh test that every animal must pass in order to stay alive. When the rain stops for months, the rivers dry up until only a few small pools are left. And every animal that needs to drink is forced to come to those same shrinking pools. Look at the plants here, and you will notice something missing. There is no grass anywhere. Grass will not appear on Earth for tens of millions of years yet. Instead, the ground is covered with ferns, cycads, and horsetails. Plants that are tough, grow low to the ground, and give very little energy. To live on food like this, an animal has only 2 choices: eat very carefully, or eat in huge amounts. And this place is crowded with life. High above, giant long-necked sauropods reach up to strip leaves from the treetops. Hunting through the forest are the meat eaters, Allosaurus and the rarer Ceratosaurus. Sharing the low plants are smaller plant eaters, like the small, fast Dryosaurus, which is quick enough to simply run away from danger. In the water, relatives of crocodiles lie waiting, and down in the fallen leaves, the first small mammals scurry about. All of these animals live together here, and our Stegosaurus lives right in the middle of them. Stegosaurus cannot reach the treetops like the giants. It cannot run away like the small ones. So this animal found a third way to stay alive, and the answer is built right into its strange body. The real question is this: which parts of that body actually keep it alive? Let's start with the head, because it tells us almost everything. The head is tiny. The teeth are small and simple, fine for snipping off leaves, but useless for chewing. So this animal does not really chew its food. Instead, it bites off huge amounts of low, tough plants and swallows them, and lets a giant stomach slowly break the food down inside its body. A body like this is built to keep going all day, not to move fast. Its front legs are short, its back legs are thick like pillars, and its back rises into a high arch over the hips. Stegosaurus can walk for hours, but it can never sprint away from a predator. For almost any other plant eater, being this slow would mean certain death. But this animal kept its answer at the other end of its body, in its tail, and there is always danger waiting in the trees. Allosaurus was lighter and faster than Stegosaurus, a patient hunter that watched these very water edges, waiting for thirst to push its prey out into the open. It did not have to win every time. It only had to wait for one mistake. Now let's look at the plates on its back. For more than 100 years, People explained them with one simple idea: armor. They pictured a wall of bony shields along the spine, there to block a predator's teeth. It sounds obvious, but it is almost certainly wrong. Look closely at how the plates stand. They point out to the sides, not toward a predator's mouth. Their surface is covered with grooves where blood once flowed, just under the skin. Body parts that are full of blood like this are used for two things: controlling heat and being seen. When Stegosaurus turned its plates toward the sun, or flushed them with color, it suddenly looked much bigger, and it sent a clear signal to other Stegosaurus about who it was. And here is the real problem with the armor idea. These plates are thin, and they are full of hollow spaces where blood once ran. Real armor has to be thick and solid, and these plates are exactly the opposite. A serious bite would not bounce off them. It would smash them to pieces. So whatever kept Stegosaurus alive, it was not the plates on its back. So we are back to our question, but now it is even clearer. Stegosaurus is slow, its head is tiny, and its most famous feature, the plates, cannot protect it. So what was it that drove that hunter away from the river? The answer is the tail. At the end of the tail are 4 long, sharp spikes, arranged in 2 pairs. Behind them sits a thick block of muscle. Later dinosaurs had stiff tails ending in a heavy club, but this tail was different. It worked like a whip. It could swing in a wide, low arc, sweeping right across the height of a predator's legs and sides. Now let's go back to the river, to the exact moment we froze. Watch what Stegosaurus is doing. It does not run because it cannot. Instead, it keeps its small head and soft belly turned away from the danger, and points its spikes straight at the hunter. Now the predator has one problem to solve: get past that tail, or give up. And in this heat, a long fight will cost the hunter far more energy than one meal is worth. This is the swing we stopped on. One solid hit in the right place, a leg or a side, and everything changes. The hunter pulls back and limps away. The battle is over. And this is not just a guess. We have found a predator's bone with a hole in it shaped exactly like one of these tail spikes. We have also found the spikes themselves, and many of them are broken at the tip and then healed over, which is what happens when a bone is driven hard into something solid, again and again. These animals really did fight back. They really did hit their attackers. And they survived to do it another day. But surviving a fight like this is not the same as walking away unharmed. The hunter leaves with a wound that might ruin its next hunt. And Stegosaurus? It is exhausted, overheated, and injured. And tomorrow it will have to make this same dangerous walk to the water all over again. Out here, surviving one battle does not make an animal safe. It simply has to face the same danger again, day after day. There is one more old story we should clear up. People used to claim this dinosaur had a second brain in its hips that controlled the back half of its body. That is not true. There is an enlarged space in the spine near the hips, but it held nerves and tissue, not a second brain. The truth is simpler. Stegosaurus had a small brain, a simple way of living, and a very dangerous tail. Season after season, life here gets harder. The water keeps shrinking. The plants grow thinner. One by one, the safe paths disappear, until every animal is forced toward the same few dangerous pools. Find an old Stegosaurus, and you can read its whole life on its body. Long scars run down its sides. One plate is chipped and has grown back. Its tail spikes are worn down and blunt. Every mark is a fight it lived through, and the reason the hunters now keep their distance. This animal did not grow old because it was armored. It grew old because attacking it was simply too dangerous. Now let's put the whole animal back together and its strange body finally makes sense. The tiny head and the huge body let it survive on poor, low-quality food. The plates kept it cool and helped it show off to others. And the tail was its weapon for the one moment that decided everything. Stegosaurus was not a walking fortress. It was a specialist perfectly built for one harsh, dry world. Stegosaurus and its relatives slowly died out before the Jurassic period ended, pushed aside as the world kept changing around them. But for tens of millions of years, this unlikely design worked. A slow, heavy giant survived against the fastest hunters of its time, using patience, endurance, and 4 sharp spikes. So here is a question to think about. If those famous plates were not armor, what do you think Stegosaurus really used them for? To attract a mate, to cool down its body, or both? Let me know what you think in the comments.